Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. It has been a while. If you've been watching the community posts section or if you've been getting them in your subscription box, I have been a bit under the weather. I had a virus attack my throat, and yeah. First of all, it messed with my vocal cords. I posted up a pretty funny video in the community tab of a much deeper version of Bryan. But I am mostly feeling better. I feel like my voice is still a little deeper than usual. But I am well enough to speak for long periods of time, so I figure let's get back into it. Now, this video was supposed to come out last Friday. It would have been the final band for Modern Prog Rock Week, and I had teased a couple of times that it was going to be very apropos for the day because it kind of correlated with something that I do on Fridays, and we had talked about some of this in the Discord for a bit, and that relationship is the Disney Plus show WandaVision. This song is called This Visual Hex, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers about the show if you haven't watched it, but hexagons are kind of a big visual aspect of the show. And that's why I picked this song for Friday. And then I didn't get to release this video on a Friday, and I'm a little upset about that. Oh man, stupid sicknesses ruining all my plans. Alright, so let's get to this. The band is called VULKAN. The song is This Visual Hex. And yeah, let's get into this one. Alright, so that part was in 4/4. Yeah. Yeah, so a bit indicting of social media. I like that really muted groove though that we're in right now. Very interesting sample there. Quite offbeat too, which is a bit unsettling. Alright, so we move to like 7, 8. I'm loving the visual here. Snare got real high in the mix there. And it's an open snare too. Really keeping the ominous tone throughout. I'm digging that. Real good dynamics on that cymbal. Yeah, so we got like a little folk interlude right here. And I like how we've introduced acoustic instruments to tell a tale about the warnings of digital. Interesting harmonies there. Very modulated vocals on the second part. Getting some Megadeth vibes here. Alright, so we're in 5/4. Alright, bring this back. Earlier I said this was 7, but... All right, so yeah, I'm glad we got that one. And oh my god, this page only has 359 subscribers on it, and I guess it's their official band, so that's disappointing. But hopefully we can change that one around. If you enjoyed that, link is in the description for this video. Make sure you subscribe to them. Because yeah, I just did it. They're up to 360 now. That was phenomenal, and I think we can hear a lot of inspirations in there as well of some prog bands, at least as far as I could hear. Plus, I think there's just a lot of they just kind of wear their inspirations on their sleeve. I called out Megadeth somewhere there in the middle, and it was more of the way that they chose the notes within the chords, and a little bit of, I guess there's like some raspiness on the, well, it might have been the modulation on the vocals. But yeah, like I could just hear bits, like I heard Dream Theater pop up a couple of times. It's just, yeah, it's phenomenal reworking of what I would assume to be their inspirations. And they just pull it off in a masterpiece of a track. So yeah, I was, man, quite enthralled by this one. I didn't pick up all the lyrics, but some of the visuals helped me kind of dig into some of the lyrics, plus the clean vocals throughout helped with that as well. The song, apparently, as far as I can tell, is about the dangers of digital life. And there were a couple lines about being cloned and seeing your other self and stuff like that, and I wonder if it isn't about the dangers of trying to live up to the curated self that you put out there on the internet. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of articles about this. Nobody ever puts out their lows on the internet. It's not like you're going to chronicle your whole life. You usually want to chronicle the best, the most important parts, and thus present the best version of you. And I'm sure that the people who kind of live off of social media, maybe your TikTokers or your Instagrammers, Twitter, whoever, if that's kind of your job, so to speak, maybe that's how you get sponsored or you get paid through your social media and stuff like that, you have millions of followers or whatever, you're going to present the best self. And I almost wonder if people don't kind of feel some sort of imposter syndrome about that, not in the sense that they've made it to a point that they don't think that they belong, but that the person that people praise and are subscribed to is not the person they are, and what sort of out-of-body experience that might become. And of course there is imagery in the music video about pushing your face into a screen and then losing your face. It is not sort of a copying, it is a transference. You are losing yourself for your digital self. So just on that front alone, this is a song I'm definitely coming back to. I want to dig into those lyrics and see how maybe they work within the music video. This kind of topic is something that I love. Technology is kind of a big deal. Not just in modern society, but I'm also a huge tech nerd and also kind of a privacy nerd. And these kinds of cautionary tales of the internet, I think they just interest me for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because I grew up in, I'm a millennial, so I remember a time before the internet. And, I had a tech father, and he always, he was real big about not necessarily privacy and security, though, yes, any tech person is going to be a little bit about security, but definitely about staying safe on the internet. I learned about internet safety when I was single digits old. So, yeah, that's just kind of burned into my brain about being safe on the internet and some of the dangers of it. And a modern danger is certainly this this love with social media, of constantly putting ourselves on the internet, especially for the fame and the likes and the numbers and the numbers game, trying to get that internet clout. So the topic already fascinates me. It goes in line with Human Abstract's Digital Veil. Couple songs in that album are about our obsession with social media and internet life, and I love that album, especially songs like Digital Veil. I think the lyrics are just, I mean, the lyrics are like 13 years old now, and they're still extremely prominent. They're talking about things we still deal with. So a little bit before its time, I think that came out right around the MySpace days, 2008. I think MySpace was still around 2008. Um, but yeah, like the lyrics still hit home even in 2021. So I think my time might be. Ah, man, I'm kind of bummed out. I don't know the release year of Digital Veil. It was somewhere around though, 2006, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. So definitely before this big internet change when we shifted to everything being logged in with Facebook, and TikTok and Instagram and all internet influencers. Like that was not a thing when the album came out. I don't think so. Um, we had YouTubers for sure, but I don't think they were the kind of monoliths that we have now. So it was a little bit before its time, and the fact that we can still sing about these kind of topics, it's just it hits me, right? So this song just hits me on a thematic level, but I want to dig into the music a little bit. A lot of this deals with texture play and rhythmic play. There is melody going on in here for sure. There is some really nice chords and harmonies being played throughout, but we don't have any shredding or overarching melody lines. I would say that the vocals are probably the most melody based voice in the song, and even they tend to stay within 5 to 7 within an octave. Each note is within a small range. There's not a lot of movement going on as far as that concerned. But the textures in here and the way that the notes come together, the chorus has, I think it was the chorus, the part that was played twice, has some really nice synergies between the lead guitar and the vocalist. They're playing the same exact thing on the same exact note. I don't think there's any harmony going on there, but you have the clean singing and then like the super crunchy grittiness of the electric guitar, and just the way that they work together. It sounds great. It's a nice texture, layer texture. And we can see a lot of this sort of layer texture work throughout, where we have instruments playing very similar ideas, but it's about the timbres and tones layering on top of each other rather than any musical ideas being layered on top of each other. And they create these really tense, thick atmospheres with this. And they just do a phenomenal job at creating atmosphere out of texture. And then, of course, they do a bit of time work, temporal work. We started out in 4/4 with some really, really interesting syncopation work. There's some really weird polymeter stuff going on, especially in the drums, but even the guitars are accenting unique beats. And it took me pretty much up until the end to count it. But if you hone into the hi-hat, it's an open hi-hat, and he's pushing the pedal on it. And that, I believe, is the pulse. And that ends up being a 4. So we're in 4 at the beginning. It's a weird 4, but we're in 4. And so we've got that. And then we move into, I think, a 5. I don't think we ever come back to 4, though. I think that's the thing. We move into a 5, and then we end up coming to the chorus. And I said it was 7. I was very confident in that. But when we came back to that section later at the end, I counted 5. and it made me second guess myself. I'm not sure if they did a time change or if I miscounted it at the beginning. I've only ever heard one other song, I think, where they revisited an earlier section but changed the time signature of it. And I don't know what the song is called, but it is a Sick Puppy song. And the whole song is in 3/4, but the final chorus is in 4/4. And it kind of blows my mind every time they do it because I don't think the vocal rhythms changed much, but they seem to accommodate for an extra beat in every bar. It was just phenomenally done. I have to look up what song that is now that I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it was on their Dressed Up as a Life album. But yeah, that. Oh man. So yeah, either they switched out they wrote the chorus and it would fit in 5 or 7, or I miscounted the first time around and it was actually 5 all along. But they do a lot of really interesting syncopation and accent work that really messes with my sense of time. It's just a lot of polyrhythms going on, and to really drill down and find the core pulse, they do a really good job of hiding it. So, I gotta appreciate that because the song doesn't ever feel like it falls apart time-wise. It always has a really nice groove to it, but it's really difficult to find that pulse, and I think it's difficult overall to accomplish that, that middle line where it isn't Meshuggah, where it's just hyper, polyrhythmic, and you're never going to find that core pulse, versus writing in sort of like their 5/4 aspect, where it's very clearly in 5. That 7 part, and even the 4 part at the beginning, it was that very fine line of being difficult to ascertain while also having just a really nice groove to it that even if you can't find the pulse, you can still jam along. And I think they do a fantastic job at that. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about this one. But like I said, I'm going to be digging back in. I know I have barely scratched the surface here, and it might have been because of the music video. It might have been because I was kind of locked into the lyrics a bit at the beginning. Once I realized what the topic was, I kind of tuned into those. I tried to tune into those a little more than I usually do. But I feel like I am missing something about the music, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I think there was a third thing I wanted to talk about, but I just can't remember. However, though, I'm intrigued. I don't know if you guys are intrigued. Like I said, they have 360 subscribers now that I've hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, which I think a vast majority of you probably are going to enjoy this, yeah, we need to boost this band up a bit. Listen to them on Spotify if you're interested. Check them out on, I guess if they have a Bandcamp. I don't know. They do have a Bandcamp. Check them out on Bandcamp, Spotify. Subscribe to them on... Oh, they have the lyrics here. Oh, I know what I'm doing for the next 10 minutes. Ooh, yeah. Alright, I'm watching this again. This album came out just under a year ago, so brand new stuff. And this is their 3rd album. Holy cow, they only have 300 subscribers and already on the 3rd album. Yeah, I'm going to be digging into these guys. These might be my next album purchase just because this was phenomenal. That wraps this one up, though. Those are my thoughts. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of VULKAN. Specifically, we're checking out this song, This Visual Hex. Let me know if you're a VULKAN fan. If you're one of the 359 subscribed before I got here. If there's any other songs from them I should be checking out, or if this is indicative of their style. Like I said, I'm going to be digging in anyways, but kind of having that knowledge of, like this is definitely what I'm getting in for, and this isn't sort of like the oddball on their album where they wanted something bigger and epic. Yeah, just kind of being in the right mindset, digging in is always good. I've talked about that before. You got to be in the right mindset, or you might end up not enjoying something that you actually would enjoy if you met it on its own terms. So, yep, those are the kind of comments I'd like to see on this video, as well as anything you want to say to me. If you just want to thank me for reacting to VULKAN, I don't know how many people do that. How many reaction videos are there to VULKAN? So, Yeah. Description box, as usual, links adjacent to the channel. A link to this video if you want to subscribe to the band or check out any of their social media links. Oh, that's a funny one. All right, if you want to check out any of the social media links, all that stuff's going to be in the description. Just click on the link to the video and you can find it in their description. Bit of a roundabout way, but that's how we do it. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. I'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC. We're going to try to keep this train rolling. I know this one came out a bit late, but I'm 8 videos behind, and I'm going to try to get at least one out. Well, I am going to get one out every day. I'm going to try to push for 2 so we can catch up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, tomorrow you can look forward to at least one new video. One new video of me every day, just like it used to be. Maybe 2, though. And, yeah, that wraps this one. Until next time, remember to be critical and not cynical of the music you listen to. And have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you choose to watch my videos.